the spot. I got what it takes to get to the top. The money I make, these niggas cannot compete. They know that I'm getting a lot. She give me the twat. Give me that. It come to that pussy, I'm getting a lot. I know she a thought to give her a shot. I front from the back to the twist in my side. You know that I'm hot.
What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Joey, aka Mr. Made You Look. I'm here with my wonderful co-host AD. Go ahead, take it away.
It's the Go to Solar, aka Mr. Made You Great, coming back again. I know it's been a minute, but we're back, baby.
We're back. We're better. You know what I'm saying? It has been a little minute, little 6-month hiatus. But like we told you on the last episode, no matter when it's coming, it's going to keep coming. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to stop. We're not going to quit. We might take a break in there to regroup and get better, but we're going to keep dropping these episodes, these content. And today we have a very, very special guest, somebody who I fuck with personally, somebody who Adrian fucks with personally. A lot of y'all don't even have access, you know what I'm saying, to this type of service. A man that needs no introduction, but you know deserves so fucking, you know, one of a great one. You know what I'm saying, yeah. Mr. Bless the Streets, Mr. BLURR401,
Mr. Make It Happen.
Mr. Make It Happen. What's going on, bro? How you doing today?
Yes, sir. Y'all niggas got the best intros out here.
Nah,
that was homework.
Chill. It could have been a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but what's it called? Fucking.
How you feeling today?
I've been cooling. I just cut y'all niggas up. That shit was lit. Niggas got faded.
You guys never got to cut that late in your life.
That late in your life, sure. Last minute. Mr. Make It Happen for real, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
we
sir.
told
Lock in with me, BLURR401.
BLURR401, 2 R's, 3 R's.
2 R's, BLURR.
Don't hit my boy up if you bullshitting though. No, you know what I mean? You want the best blends in Rhode Island, bro.
Top quality.
Top
so
quality. It's going to be top quality price. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
play good.
Needless to say, you can look at, you know, proof is in the pudding. Show them the fade real quick, 80 the lineup.
Come on.
I don't got to lift nothing. Y'all see it's right there. You know what I mean? Quality work, bro. I've been going to my boy, I think it'll be 4 years in the fall.
Yeah.
It'll be 4. I just did the math the other day. It'll be 4 years. And we've been locked in since I started getting haircuts from him.
Since the
jump, bro. It's
Went
my
to
guy.
Philly too.
Went to Philly with me, bro.
Niggas don't even know that.
We got so much to talk about. Hold on. But you know what I'm saying? Give my guy an introduction. But all jokes aside, bro, he's nice with the cuts. Hardworking dude, bro. Everything he says he's gonna do, he does. I respect him. I respect his craft. And overall, bro, it's just, you know what I'm saying, growing to be somebody I fuck with, man. That's my dog. And you can speak on Adrian too, because you're also a client, a friend, whatever you want to call it.
Damn, David, man. I grew my hair out for like 5-6 years, and you know he was the barber that cut the person I trusted to remove all that hair, that old version of me. You know, take those Samsung locks off. So I mean, I think for me it's been closer to like 3 years. You definitely been going in.
Yeah,
a little
put you
bit
on.
longer.
You're really my son.
You know, yeah. I had to get myself to a certain level. Had to get to a certain boss level. Had to get mentally ready to get myself to that, you know, next level. And you know, those haircuts are powerful. You know, I'm in the people business. I'm talking to people every day. The way I look is super important to my business.
Amen.
You know, so I mean, shit, man. From what I do in my life, a barber is super important. So I mean, you know, and outside of that, the way he runs his business is phenomenal. I mean, damn, I'm excited to just dive into these questions, pick your brain, bro.
I'm super.
They're really not ready.
I'm super. I'm gonna let y'all know it's currently 12:43 a.m. We got here at like 9 p.m. We've been there for almost 4 hours at this point, just getting cut up, just vibing. All my energy just came back to me, bro. I'm so excited. It's been like 6 months since we dropped the episode, bro. David been talking to us. We've been talking about dropping an episode since the first one, so we're talking about a year in the making. And I'm shaking the rust off, but I'm just super happy to be here. Super excited my boy pulled through.
Yes, sir.
Let's just get right into it. How you feeling?
I'm ready, nigga.
Chilling? Boys wavy. Boys wavy down.
Always ready.
You know, I've been trying to come wavy for the...
Niggas don't be pulling up with the turbans. I got the
We got to talk about the
collection.
fifth for a second real
No
quick.
bullshit.
My boy came through different.
Different.
Come on.
Don't even ask where I got her from, because I don't even know either.
I don't even know either.
It appeared and spent the bread.
Bro, that's what I tell them. Like when they ask where I get my haircuts from, like don't even worry about it, bro. He moved.
That's what I'm saying.
He lives in Dubai now. I got the last haircut, bro. I was the last one. No bullshit.
Nah, your shit's tough. Your shit's tough.
Nah,
I be getting jealous over my clients, because when I be really blessing them, I be like, damn.
That's fat, bro, because he'll cut me.
Clip that.
That's facts, bro. He'll cut me, and he'll take a second, bro. I'll finish my cut. He'll be like, damn. I'm like, what? Like, nah, I really be mad jealousy, y'all. Like,
I really
blessed,
I be heated, nigga. I be tight, bro. I be tight.
It be like that, bro. It be like
gift.
I be like, just damn.
So we're gonna get right into the bread and butter. Right into it, bro. We're gonna start off with a little easy shit, you know what I'm saying? Get to know David type shit.
Get the momentum going.
Get them going. So for those who don't know, David, you know what I'm saying, barber, more than just a barber, but your main, you know, what takes the most of your time right now is cutting hair and shit. So give us a little rundown how you got into that profession.
No bullshit. I had waves before everything, before I was even a barber, I was a wave guy. Wave Lord
Wave
360.
God.
I was posting my waves on Instagram, and niggas was reposting my shit on the wave pages, all of them. And niggas might not think I'm telling the truth, but no bullshit. The wave game before me was just like regular, feel me, dark skinned people. Just like calm shit, you feel me? It's not being like posted, it's not being flexed. It's not being wave checks OD. Then David, feel me, started getting waves, started posting it, wearing the do-rag.
Yeah.
Trendsetting.
Change the game with the waves.
And then, you feel me, now you see people walking around with do-rags happily doing wave checks. But it died down, though. But I'm going to bring it back whenever I do.
So how'd that transition?
Hold on, that transition.
We just started talking about waves.
Yeah, no bullshit. How that transition, because I was mad passionate about waves.
Yeah.
I always seen haircut videos every day in high school, middle school.
360 Jeezy
And
vibes?
yeah. Nah, literally off 360 Jeezy. Nah, no bullshit. And then, what's it called? I had a shorty at the moment. I needed a cut. I ended up cutting myself. And then my boys, I was working at Walmart, and my boys was, they seen that my shit was fire, and then I ended up cutting like 4 of them. We started at like 12 o'clock around this time. I only cut 3 of them, and I finished at like 6 o'clock, and the last cut had me tight, bro, because he just kept looking at the mirror, and I'm ass, so like, why is he expecting a lot out of me?
Right.
You feel me? Like, it's Corona, so whatever you get, you get. But I ended up blessing him. I ended up blessing them, posted those cuts. I had 2 more pull up, posted those cuts, and I'm already known from the city, so playing basketball and shit. And
nice.
every day, I already knew. So what people don't know, I had a life skills class in Hope, and they put me on to like AI and shit, and just like social media is a wave and how you be like consistent and shit. So I already knew I had to get on social media off the rip.
Those were the first seeds.
Just posting every day, whatever. Just posting every single day, did a haircut. And then people just kept hitting me up, and then just went up from there for a fact.
How long did it take you for you to be confident in your abilities? To be like, nah, like I'm cool with barbering.
Yeah, like that learning.
Because for me, like I was taking photos, I was doing videos for a little minute, but I would say it took me like a year for me to be like confident. Like no, I'm with
confident?
it. I'm nice. Because you could do like a cool cut after a few months. I did a couple of videos and photos after a few months where I was like, oh, this is cool, but like I wasn't like, I'm him, or like I really got it like that until probably a year or 2. So when did you hit that moment where you were like, nah, fuck that?
It happened in 3 phases. The first phase was at 1.5 years.
Type shit.
I was like, all right, I feel solid. Like my lineups is tough, cuts is tough. But then it happened again. I looked at haircuts in a different perception. So I learned to use the camera to look at haircuts, and then I changed the way how I look at it in real life, so it mimics the camera. And then when I started doing haircuts like that, I imagine like because if you look at a haircut through a camera, it's picture perfect. You feel me?
Okay.
You can't really, the camera catches everything. So I hit that phase after 3 years, and then I would say I hit a new phase.
You said you catch everything with the camera, or you catch everything in real life?
I learned to look at a haircut like if it was looking through the camera.
And you're saying when you look at a haircut through a camera, it catches everything.
Yes, you
So
see
like
the
all
real
the
flaws,
all the
basically.
imperfections.
Yes, it shows the real imperfections.
So you kind of like double down on your work.
Yes, I doubled down my
Like a whole
work
different-
quality, basically.
okay, better,
Hit a
better.
different type of quality.
Fire.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Up the quality.
That's deep.
And then it happened again recently. I would say before I went to $75 a cut. It happened around that time.
And what was the shift in that? And we're gonna talk about this more later, but like just like quickly, like what was that third stage? So the first one was like you were nice. Second one was like okay.
The attention to details at $50 is different from attention to details from $75.
So it's just raising the bar again.
Yes, raising the bar all the way.
And how do you raise the bar in terms of quality when you're already looking at it from the camera? Like what you said, your second shift was like looking at it from how one would see a haircut through a camera.
The difference between a $50 cut and a $75 or $100 cut is say like the straggly hairs, defense, like the details of like the full structure or how the whole head is like, because when you get to that point, you have to look like a model.
Right.
Like, at that point, if
Like
you're
the
paying,
cut.
yes, you have to look like a model. If you don't look like a model that's ready to go on a magazine, then why would you pay 100 or 75 anything above that? I would
Right.
never. Me personally,
I would never either. But
feel me?
I'm sitting here right now. I'm ready to be in the motherfucking cover of GQ.
That's what I'm saying.
And
This is
cover
what
of
this
Vogue.
for.
Y'all look at me, man. What? Hold on.
That's what I'm saying.
Hello.
Premiums.
How you doing? You know
But
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah.
But just sending that standard. If I think it doesn't look like an IG model, then I wouldn't let nobody leave with that. And that's why I just keep that standard like that. And that's what it hit. The last one.
That's powerful.
Shit. I know since we're going on 4 years, so I would say for 4 years you've been fucking nice. As long as I've been going to you, I've been leaving the barbershop like, nah, like I'm fucking handsome as shit. Like, you know, like, yo. But so that's cool. Little intro to how you got into barbering. And then how did you come up with the name Blur?
No bullshit.
Like, cause it's different.
Bro, that shit's mad different. First of all, I did this back when I was in elementary. I used to play with my boy Jamel. That's my fucking brother. I grew up with that nigga. We used to play Parappa the Rapper. If you know, you know, bro.
I don't know.
Rapper to rapper.
Parappa the Rapper.
Parappa the Rapper.
Like, you know how the R&B music, like, if you know, you know type shit?
Yeah.
That's one of the games that...
So that was just some special game you two played together?
Yeah, we used to play that shit. And I made one of my shit got blocked. I didn't have... My old usernames used to be Beastie Boy from fucking Teen Titans and shit.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, Beast Boy?
Yeah, Beast Boy. But I used to call myself Beastie Boy 401. Ooh. Then it switched to BLURR401.
Beastie Boy 401?
Yeah.
Ooh, on IG?
Nah, this is like
Facebook.
usernames for games and shit.
Oh, facts,
You feel me?
facts.
So then I came up with BLURR401.
I fuck with that.
My username was Game Time.
My
Game
shit was
time.
Faded Glory.
You wasn't good at games, for real.
Glory. What's your shit right now?
Faded Glory.
Right now?
Yeah. No, my shit back in the day was Jokes for Days.
For real?
I swear.
I used to rock the Wave Lord.
Yeah,
too.
you gotta show him your first YouTube video. That shit's legendary.
What is
This
it?
kid Bennett. I'm gonna just leave it at that. He Bennett. But
Been it?
He Bennett. But
Say that.
yeah. So Blur was what? Middle school? That was your gamer tag?
Nah, that was elementary,
Legit.
like 4th grade, all the way.
Because it makes sense, bro. Blur, it blends. Like it just kind of
That
sounds.
shit was-
You know what I mean? Like
I tried it.
That
I
shit clicked.
Yeah, I made that my Instagram name because that was the only shit I was already using on games. So I made that my Instagram name. I tried to change it, but I deadass cannot change it. Like nothing.
What would you
else
change
fits-
it to?
I can't. Nothing else fits my personality.
It clicks too
Okay.
much.
It kind of certified. It's
Yeah,
Blur.
it's certified
It's
plus
Blur.
my barber. It is what it is.
That's Blur. Your face is Blur.
That's
I
what I'm
can't
saying.
even tell the difference between, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
tough, it's different.
My skin
Niggas
and my
don't
hair,
rock
it's a
that.
blur, bro. I
I'm
walk in,
not-
I walk out, it's a blur. I don't know. It's like
I'm
Inception.
not the barber. I'm not David the barber.
Bro, you watch Severance?
What's that?
You watch the TV show Severance? Nah, you ain't watched that shit? Basically, I'm gonna get you watch that?
Sevens?
Severance.
Oh, Severance. Hell yeah.
Bro,
On Apple
basically,
TV.
these dudes, these people get a chip. I'm gonna go quick. They get a chip in their head. It allows them to go to work.
Yeah.
And when they go to work, they forget everything about their outside lives.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So they have like a version of themselves in work
Yeah.
that knows
Yeah.
nothing about anything before they started working there. And then when they get home, they know nothing about what they do for work. Motherfucker,
watched the second season?
That's Blur. I walk into the barber. I leave the barbershop, bro. I forget everything that happened for the last 2 weeks since I got a cut before. I just snap my fingers and I'm like,
Bro,
oh my god, oh my
that
god.
cloudy day went away. No
Bro,
bullshit.
bro, no, bro, it's like a movie, bro. It could have been the worst day of my life. I walk out of the barbershop, bro. The clouds split, bro. The rain like dries up off the ground as I'm walking, bro. Like people just laying down fucking
life
towels
is
in front of
good.
me, bro. I be
Life's
feeling
good.
great, bro.
No bullshit.
Bro, I feel like everyone's looking at me when I leave the barbershop, but they're probably not. But I feel like they are. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was fire.
I'm locked.
All right, we gonna get into a little bit like barbering and then more into what you want to do more so because I know
Yup,
you
yup.
fucking
Whatever.
cutting hair, you nice with it, but like you got so much more than
Yeah,
just
I
being a
feel you, I feel
barber.
you.
So, in your opinion, what makes a good barber? We gonna cover this first before we get into the deep stuff.
Listening to what they need in life because the only reason they're in your chair is because they left their last barber for the bullshit that they did. So as long as you listen to what they didn't do and you do that, I promise you, you're hitting. You're keeping them actually. Like you're not even doing a cut. Like they're gonna pay you obviously, but you got to keep them as a client.
Yeah.
And I know some people might not go to my next price raise, but for the moment, that's what you need. You feel me?
Facts.
So that would definitely, honestly, that and people will say attention to detail, but that right there is a solidifier. If
I feel like that's every business though. Understanding
Yeah.
your clients.
understanding your clients and solving their problems, you feel me? Solve their problems.
That's why you're a
Because
fucking legend.
it might be the lineup, or it might be that I need to get in the barbershop at 9 o'clock, or I might need to, you feel me? Whatever I need to solve their problem, because other barbers might be nice or available, but they might not fit their schedule, or might not be doing certain things that, whatever. But whatever problem it is, you just gotta have an active ear. You feel me?
Facts. You gotta listen more than you
I'm
speak.
fucking
That's why
with-
we
I'm
got
fucking
2
with-
years.
I'm dropping, feel me, mentorship. In the future.
I'm fucking with it right now. I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it. I'm souped up. You're good. The answers are short but fire. Like I'm souped up right now. So when we was coming up with the script and the questions and shit, one of them was kind of like, and I didn't like how they worded it, or we came up with, but it was like, what is like the best relationship that's come out of you know, what's the best interaction and relationship you've had with one specific haircut, like a client, but like on a broader scale, we turn the question into what has barbering done for you in terms of broadening your network, your connection with people. Obviously, me and Adrian are like, you know, a cool example of it. If we didn't come to you to cut your hair, we wouldn't be here today,
right?
And doing so much other shit. But like, just on a broader scale, what has barbering done for you in terms of, you know, network and connections?
I would say, honestly, this is why I also became a barber, because of network and connection. Because if you don't go to college, you might not come across somebody that's family or is whatever, or is connected to da-da-da-da. So what it's done for me, honestly, there's always problems or expertise that people pick. I mean, there's always expertise or lanes that you learn, but there's always things that you don't know. And barbering, since I bring a lot of people, they solve a lot of extra things and extra expertise lanes that I might not know, and they give me value and experience, and they're only one call away type of thing. And all my clients are all my boys, so it's like they're all gonna look out for me. So it's like, it's not like I'm asking a stranger to help me. No, they're gonna look out for me and go all the way for me type shit, just like how I do for the cuts. You feel me? So
Run the clip.
That's deep.
Run the clip from earlier. Run the clip when I was getting a cut. What I say? Run it back.
Put yourself around people, not that know more than you, but that know different things than you. Remember, you can learn from them. Ask them questions, bro. Skip the learning curve, bro. Just get better. It's a hack, bro. I don't know shit for real, though. Who am I? I'm just getting a cut in my studio at 10 p.m. on a Monday. What are you talking about?
That right there, bro. I'm gonna put that shit right in the screen. Surround yourself with people that know different things than you know. Cause just like that, bro. I don't know how to cut. I don't know how to cut hair. Over yo, David, what's the word, bro? I'm trying to get myself a lineup. I'm trying to line my beard up.
Right.
Yeah, just do this, and that.
And another thing too, I become more of a sense, even with the network thing, it's actually more beyond that. I sense, like with billionaires, they solve problems, but they're helping a lot of people. If I help all my peoples with their problems, I already got connections and stuff. So you feel me? I'm just throwing alley-oops all the time.
That's what it's about, bro.
That's it. Building long-term relationships.
I love that. I'm plugging that clip in right there. I'm overlaying myself in it. Like, yo, that's
what I'm
fine.
saying.
That shit
Oh
was,
my
shit was too
god,
smooth.
This is good. This is good. All right, you kind of spoke on it a little bit, but to answer the question more specifically, in a competitive field, you know, like barbering, what are you specifically doing to differentiate yourself now, and what were you doing when you were coming up?
I would say I focus on client retention and acquiring new clients. Because if you're acquiring new clients all the time and you're keeping your clients, and it's a sustained business and a business that's gonna grow. Because you're going up by getting new clients and you're keeping your clients, that means you're gonna stay at least at base level. What was the question again? I'm bad.
It's how do you differentiate yourself? And you answered by focusing on retaining your clients and acquiring new ones. So I guess how are you focusing on that? Because every barber is trying to acquire clients and keep them on.
I already mentioned it earlier, but it is listening to the client on what they need specifically.
That's deep.
For a thing, because I feel like that's one of the most important things. Some clients can't even book my shit, but they might need to call me. The thing about being a barber is you got to sacrifice the time that people want to go out to do haircuts type things. Like I can't go out on New Year's. I can't go out on July, like whatever 4th. I can't go out on fucking, what's it called? Any holidays, because I know mad people are about to book me for haircuts.
Right.
So
That's
it's
a busy day.
I can only go out when the shit's slow or whatever.
On a Tuesday morning.
Yeah, and those things I would say only the top barbers really do. But plus if the money's correct type shit. But and so hold on, my bad to cut you off. But
No, you're good.
To add on that, it would be how I get new clients. Instead of I'll just shoot whatever sticks at the wall type shit. I'll post a picture or I'll post a video, whatever. But the way I make my content, I make it specifically for people to book me or make it to my booking appointment and click book. Instead of just them clicking on my profile or them just laughing at my shit or liking it. I need them to pay me.
Engage.
You feel me? I need them to fully engage.
And you're consistent.
Yeah. The consistency and making my content in that form, that's what sets me apart from other barbers, because they'll just be posting funny shit, but that doesn't get you clients. You got to be able to show off your work and be like, you feel me? When you show off your work in an IG model way, like where your thing, everything looks all like cherry on top and all that, that helps with what the fuck I was saying.
Like marketing.
Yeah, that helps with marketing.
And attracting people that aren't just gonna watch your videos are also gonna convert into clients.
Yeah. That's usually what the other barbers that they wouldn't do. They wouldn't post their content in that way. But the way I've been posting my content, I'll post it in the way they get.
Yep. They're just posting like a quick little recap of their cuts.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll be chop, smooth shit. David's hair face in the middle. If y'all want the best service, tap in New England, Rhode Island. I'm already knowing, bro. I'll be watching. I'm tapped in.
There's different forms. Also, I post different forms of content. Some will be for clients to book, and some will be just for clout, just for the numbers, just so they could bring them to my other shit. And
But it's
so
also a numbers game. You want to get people in the door.
Yeah.
And getting views is virtually getting people in the door.
Facts.
So before we, break down this a little bit further, I want to step in and we talked about this because we be meeting like once a week just for the podcast, make sure like we're kind of on track.
Right.
And one of the things we talked about, we wanted to touch base on in this episode is that I've been with you for 4 years.
Yep.
He's been going on 3 AD, a little longer maybe.
Yeah, like we're on 3.
So when I first started going to you, your cuts was 35. No bullshit. I started at 35, and I mean it's public. They can go to your booking site. I'm paying $85 for a cut now.
Yeah, facts.
And so in 4 years, went from 35 to 85. And Adrian, what'd you start at 45?
Yeah, like 40. 45.
So like we just wanted to touch on, because we're about to talk about this. We want you to talk about how you consistently raise your prices and the mind shift behind that. But before we do that, we kind of want to touch base on. I mean, we're two prime examples of people that have been there.
Yeah.
When you were like shit's affordable. It ain't tricking if you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you keep raising the prices. I'm gonna make some more money. But like we started when you were at kind of like the status quo, the norm for hair for prices, and then we're here. Bro, motherfuckers be like, how much for your cut? 75. You're wilding. You're bugging. You're wilding. Oh, but you're gonna spend 50 on a bottle of Don Julio and kill it the same night, right?
That's what I'm saying.
And then you wake up hating yourself, throwing up, and now you got nothing to eat and you're a little fat, right?
Right.
Nah, but I'm not throwing shade. But like no bullshit. So we're now at a point where we're paying, especially in Rhode Island, we're paying.
Top
I would
dollar.
say probably top 1% for what people are charging for.
There's only like
I don't know.
4 more other barbers.
I was gonna
max.
say you would know better than me. I don't know any other barber. I haven't looked, but I wouldn't know any other barber who's charging that much in Rhode Island.
In this range, in the range I am is like 4 max.
4. So I would say out of all the barbers in Rhode Island, it's top 1%. But just the fact that we've been there from the beginning of the jump, I want to touch base on for Adrian first. Like, what keeps you around? Why are you still getting cut by David? And then I'll touch on it, and then we want to go into kind of your mindset as you grew and elevated your prices and shit like that. But go ahead.
Right. I think something super powerful that David said, especially about the quality of his experience that he offers to the clients, is like,
Take my answer.
he's talking about asking the right questions, making sure, he provides that experience that they lacked from the last barber. Me personally, I used to be like a real barber whore. That's why my lineup used to be kind of like fucked up and shit in different spots. So, finding a person that I could stay consistent with and grow with was super powerful. Funny thing about me and David is like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the exact timeline, but my first few haircuts that I got with him, we actually didn't even talk. Like, it was that I was just silent.
Nah,
like,
no
you know what I mean?
bullshit.
It was just a little
that.
awkward. We didn't know each other like that. I was referred. I didn't really say anything. He didn't say anything. But the quality of the haircut, and it's funny because, that was early, so I think it was a little bit less. But for me, I think everybody had a different experience. But I mean, dead ass, like, we go over there. I know I'm gonna be getting a great haircut. Me and him have like dead ass some of the dopest conversations. Like there's a lot of squares out there. So it's like, you feel me? Like I go get a haircut. I have one of the dopest conversations that expands my mind. And when he says the attention to detail, I mean, other barbers can attest to it. But it's like I've gotten the most compliments with this haircut. Get the most pull. I've never felt more confident. And I've never made more bread. So I mean, people ask me why. Shit. I'll tell you super simple. Hit up my barber.
That's what I'm saying. The money comes right after the cut. Nah, but it's crazy that you mentioned that though, cause no bullshit. I knew the type of person you was, cause like, obviously, I seen your Instagram and shit. I was seeing going through your content. You was already expressing yourself in a certain type of way, and I already knew you had a wide range of like information in your head, like knowledge type of thing, and I already knew we was gonna end up talking, no bullshit.
Right.
But like, I knew he was gonna end up being my boy. I just didn't. It was just like
And honestly, I can't lie.
Niggas did not talk at all though.
But
no bullshit.
me and David, like, I mean, obviously, like we're not perfect, but for the most part, like I've never had an unintentional conversation with you. Like we didn't talk for a minute, then we like the first time we talked, it was about some deep ass shit. It was like about like the world. It was like about God.
Yeah, we went into every topic. No bullshit.
Being the best version of yourself, business. It was super deep. But one more thing I wanted to say, my fault, is the privacy.
Don't ever apologize.
Now my fault. Like just where they're at now, the location, the spot. Me personally, I like to stay private. I don't like to be seen by too many people. I don't like that. Cap. I mean, it is what it is when you got to go get a nice haircut.
That's cap.
Nah, just what do you mean?
You've been posting your whole life on social media.
I'll post it, but I'm saying like I don't like going into a barber shop. Like if I'm getting a haircut, I want to be like comfortable. I want to be able to let loose. I don't want to have to feel on point.
I feel you.
I've seen videos of people getting popped in a barber shop.
Nah, that is a fact. What I mean? That is a fact.
So it's like when you're paying top dollar and you get to that executive status, to have a barber that could pull up on you or to have a dope location, incognito, like bro, you feel me? He got his own shop, so I think that's super powerful. A lot of these other barbers, they're cutting your hair. You feel me? That's not even their chair for real. They're just using it for the hour.
Even when we was in the shop, bro, like that was your chair.
Nah,
that was your chair. Like, yeah, no, like,
bro. Even when we was at the shop, I mean, I don't. This is my experience. I don't know anything about the shop, but like, I remember it was just like, yo, It felt like it was David's shop. It felt like it was David's shop. I'm not, you know what I mean? That's just my perspective.
Nah,
but he had people coming in there. I had it was crazy. He had the vets looking like, yo, what's this guy's cheat code? but yeah, Joey, we need your perspective because
I mean, David pretty much hit it on the head, and I thought I was gonna come up here with like some sauce, but he pretty much gave my whole answer earlier when he talked about what differentiates him. Wow, differentiates him. My fault. My apologies. First thing was like growing up, I never liked getting a haircut. Like I used to go to the barber and get a cut, and I'd like for a week I would just fucking hate myself. You know what I mean? Like,
no bullshit.
It was like, damn, like this
do that same shit.
There's a horrible haircut. Like, damn, I don't ever want to go to the barber again. And then repeat that process until COVID. To be honest, COVID hit. I didn't get a cut for like 4 months, bro. That shit was ridiculous. And then I got put onto a barber in EP, and he was nice with it. I was like the first like real temp I ever got. Lined me up, but he took 2.5 hours to cut me consistently. Consistently
tweaked out.
And so I started to get like real impatient, and then I went to Philly for school, and I had you on Snap, I think. And I remember
I was about to say, how the fuck you find out about me?
Hit me up for a barber, and I was like, yo, I never been to this dude, but
Imani, right?
His fades
I can't lie.
I was like, his fades look nice, bro. I sent
I was one of the doubters. I was like, I don't know if I could pay that, bro. But these shits are too wavy.
When I sent E to you, it was like 30, 35. So he was like, yo, you got a barber? I was like, I never been there, but check out this motherfucker. Check out the story. It's just nice. And he went to you. He was like, no, he's nice. So then I went to you and I came back. And same shit. I think. I mean, we was talking, but it wasn't like cool shit off the rip.
Yeah, I'm already knowing.
But from that point on, like, bro, like I said, I've never had an experience where I left your chair and been like even less than superb. Even
That's
like
what I'm saying.
What I'm saying. It was never even like where I left the barbershop and I was like, today was cool. Nah, like every single time you've been on point, and now I don't even look at the like you show me the mirror and I'm just like, it's just because I like looking at myself now. But like, bro, for the first like year or two, you would start cutting me. You got to take a call, and I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, damn, is this gonna be the day where he don't? Is this the day where he's off? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're halfway through the cut, and I'm like, damn, is he fucking up my? And then by the end, bro, it's
that's what I'm saying.
Spot on, bro. And so I would say, just the fact that every time I leave, bro, it elevates my confidence. I'm walking like with a different walk, with a different level of swag. Like it's just that alone is priceless. And so. You can't put a value to something like that, just making you feel good, making you feel better. I'm huge on, look good, feel good. It's all about, a haircut's part of your outfit. You wouldn't leave the crib in sweats and a fucking crop top to go to an interview. So like, you want to take care of yourself. You want to make sure your hair's on point, your facial hair's on point, everything's clean. And so once I found David and I started getting some cuts from him, like it was a lock. It's part of my routine. Like I got to make sure, like, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be my go-to. And on top of that, same thing as Adrian, bro. Like, we wasn't talking about bot shit.
Yeah.
Like, matter of fact, no shade to anybody, but like, there would be bot conversations going on. And Dave was just like, fucking bots. You know what I mean? Like,
I let it, bro, cause no bullshit. Growing up in the hood and shit, niggas. I mean, private shit is gonna be a bot conversation regardless.
Everywhere, no matter where you are.
I got to the point where I'm addressing shit now. Now you're telling me about bullshit,
but
like, you're not.
But I respected that. It was like you're not wasting your words, you're not wasting your breath, and obviously, bro, it's not like every single word we have is like we be laughing and shit, funny stuff, but like overall, bro, like it's real conversations. Like we're always talking about what do you want to do out. That's why we brought David on, and I have like a guideline of what we want to talk about because I know you don't want to just be a barber. You got so many other things you want to do, and you know, like my dreams, my goals. I'm assuming the same thing with Adrian. Like the conversations we have are very. Bro, like it's inspirational, it's motivating. Like that goes beyond the haircut too. Like I leave the barbershop and I'm like, nah, my cut's fire. That's my dude, and he's locked in. And it's about just surrounding yourself with people in your life that are gonna push you, whether they're like physically pushing you or just what they're doing motivates you and inspires you. It's like, bro, yes, I'm going to get a cut and I feel amazing afterwards, but I'm also looking at somebody that has fucking tripled their prices in the last 3 years, and I'm still hanging around. My boy AD's still hanging around. Like the fact that he's growing and elevating his business only makes me want to do the same.
That's what I'm saying.
So you know what I mean? It's a whole thing. And bro, that's my guy. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, he's not a square, bro. What the fuck? It's fire.
Get to the bag.
But I'm gonna stick around. Like Adrian says, bro, keep raising the prices. I'm gonna just have to make more money.
That's what I'm saying.
We locked in. Like, you know what I mean?
That's how I know y'all locked in, because this ain't the first time I'm hearing that. I only hear that from locked in niggas. Like, some of my boys for real.
Because once I find some shit that works, like, bro, like when Apple Music raises their shit from $14 to $20, are y'all gonna quit?
That's what I'm
no.
saying.
When Netflix raises their prices, do you guys quit? No, because you're locked in with Netflix. You're locked in with Apple Music. I'm locked in with my fucking barber, bro. Like, it's just a certain level of quality that so.
That's what I'm saying.
Took a little long on that response, but I feel like that was important to touch upon.
Honestly, I already knew. If you was E's boy, because I already know. Like,
that's my dog.
That's what I'm saying. Dog. And that's my boy. He really be having me crying.
That's my dog, bro. That's my brother.
In the chair. That nigga be having me crying. And if that's your boy for real, that means you're going to have me.
Yeah, that's my bro.
Same type vibes.
Bro, I got my back for real. So now I want you to dive in kind of on your side of things, because I know we're touching on it from the point of a client.
Yeah.
And I've been there. I'm consistently going there where I raise my prices. I'm at a point now where I'm getting booked and
yes,
I'm raising my, the quality of my work is raising. I'm trying to raise just everything around me. And so in order to do that, I have to raise my prices, build a team. So I want you to go into the mindset of like, what was going on in your head when you were doubling your prices and then raising them again. Because you raised your prices 3 or 4 times in 2 years. Like you went from 35 to 75 in what, like 2.5 years, 3 years?
I forgot, but yeah,
just
like
about.
That.
I would say around there. And so, just in terms of like, just speak on that a little bit. Specifically, like, did it hurt? Did it like help your business? Did it hurt your business? What did it do for your business? And what were you scared about? What were you excited about? Kind of get into that a little bit.
So every time I raised my price, I always got nervous. That's how I knew it was the right thing. But when I get nervous, I always fall back on the data. Like, am I allowed to make this move or not? Am I getting enough clients? Do I got enough bread? Like, am I getting enough new clients type shit? So I always been a check mark for each one, so I always raise my price. But it was like and it gets scary when you're raising your price, because in barbering, there's no guideline on how to be a good barber. There's no championship. There's no blueprint unless you actually pay in courses. Now there's courses and shit, but there still isn't how to go about your life unless you think. But either way, when I was raising my prices, when I got into it gets so the average barber in Rhode Island, you get to like 40. That's how you said, like $40, $45. Right now it's at $50, but back in the day it was like $40 for the average barber to rank up their business. Yeah. So when I'm raising my prices $20, I'm at $20 going 5, 10, and I'm going to like 30, 35, 40. I go from I'm being a cheap barber to like, you're paying enough bread, and then $50. That's when niggas was like, nah, you're tweaking. Like I already knew I was gonna have to like start just denying niggas, but it's like I already knew my worth because I already know that I'm gonna put in the work to get more new clients. And it's like the thing about when you deal with cheap shit, you start dealing with bullshit, and I hate that shit.
Bro, people be saying that to me. They're like, I've had some people like, yo, why don't you just do $200-300 videos or photo shoots like all day, every day, be booked up all the time? I'm like, bro, because typically, not all the time, but typically the people that pay the cheaper price come with the bigger problems. The people that have paid My biggest gigs have been the cash me out, great
Easy
work,
shit.
in and out, bro. They trust the vision. They see my work. They know they expect. They know what I'm about to bring. They know what I bring to the table, and that's it.
That's
the
what I'm
ones
saying.
that are nickel and diming you. Yo, can I get 25 off? You know,
Yeah.
Can we do this? Can we do that? Can we do everything in the book? It's like, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So like literally when I was dealing with those problems at 20, 25, 30, I already knew what came with it. I was actually more on people's ass about timing because I was dealing with a lot of people.
Right.
And I was doing around like 100 cuts a week at $20, $25.
Diablo.
Yeah, and that shit was, but I was slaving away. I hated them shit. Like I liked it because it's part of the grind and that's what comes with it.
Right.
Just to get my name out there and just to get the reps in. But like when you get to higher thing, it's not like all money is good money. You could start denying shit. You feel me? And what's it called? Fucking at $75, I actually like all my clients I actually dead ass fuck with. Like all my clients, every single one of them niggas.
Like you really do business with people you could do life with.
Yeah, like I mess with them and I don't deal with no problems. Like even if they come late, they're paying a higher. I have more time for them, so they could. I have more. Like I was every 30-minute slot. Sometimes people will come 10 minutes. I'm like, bro.
And you back up the rest of the day.
Action and some people's haircuts be hard sometimes, so you got to spend at least the whole 30, 35, or sometimes 40.
Yeah.
So imagine someone coming 10 minutes late on a 40-minute cut. I'm already backed up 2 haircuts. You feel me? So
Rest of the day you're sweating.
That's what I'm saying. Busting.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
yeah, I like how it is when you rank up your business. You start living a better life. Shit gets less stressful.
You buy your time back.
Yeah. Unless you stop putting your foot on the gas, then you fucked up.
My foot never leave the gas.
And then you start have to take your pride back away and lower your price and shit. But unless you don't got no pride, then it doesn't matter what the fuck happens.
Amen.
Just go back up.
Amen.
Because people be caring about going back. Fuck it.
Never go backwards. Sometimes your foot slip into neutral.
That's what I'm saying.
You might cruise for a little bit, but then you're like, oh, what the fuck? Why are we neutral? Gas
what
back
I'm
on.
saying.
Crank it.
Never brake. I'm just swerving. You know,
a fact.
you know me. I hit the breakdown lane before I hit the brake. What are you talking about? Yeah.
No bullshit.
AD, go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? We talked about Barber, and now we're kind of getting to the part of the episode where it's like, you know,
The
beyond
meat and
Barber.
potato,
Bed Bath and
beyond
Beyond.
Barber.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
yo.
man, you know, David, you know, I met him as a barber. You know, the more we talked, I realized he's a Muay Thai fighter. He's a rapper.
I
he's
forgot.
a
I'll do
hooper.
that.
He's a, you know, he's a trader, right? There's a lot of different, you know, a lot of different masks that he could wear at different parts of the day to execute different tasks. But I wanted to dive a little deeper, my brother. You know, I know you invested. You know, I want us to dive a little bit deeper into that. You know, the trading, different. You know, kind of like what avenues you want to take the barbering to get to the next level.
Yep.
But me personally, I'm really big on mentorship. I'm big on like the investments I made into myself.
Facts,
right?
facts,
Because
facts.
one of my favorite quotes ever is, you know, a lot of time I'm assuming barbering or you know the video stuff, you know, sales, all this stuff is usually hard when you first start, and you got to like learn it. And that process when things are hard and you're learning it, it's actually working on you, right?
Yes.
You know, and a lot of times you got to let things work on you, right, before they could work for you, so you could become that person. So talk to me a little bit more about mentorship. You know, I know me and you talked before about like that Miami Expo you did and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So kind of how important, or you know, like what did that mean to like your journey to get to the next level?
Once I figured out that like money is somewhat time, and I want success now and not later, and I accepted that with myself. I came across like course. I mean, because the thing is either you got to learn it or you got to go pay somebody to tell you about it, type of thing.
Right.
So I feel like it's easier paying somebody to tell me how to do it because I believe in myself on going to go do the work. The only people that don't invest in themselves are scared because they
won't
don't
work.
believe that they won't work. You feel me? That's it. That's really what it is.
It always works if you work.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna work, nigga. The fuck? The nigga told me how to do this shit and he did it. But I don't believe in myself, so that's why I can't make it happen. That's stupid.
So when you got into when you did that barber mentorship, that was the first time where you made a bigger investment into
That
the
was
mentorship.
that was one of the I made probably 2 more investments before that, but that was one of my biggest ones.
I'm too soon
I did that twice.
I'm too souped up. I'm not gonna lie. It's just too fire. It's just too fire. I'm not gonna lie. I'm too souped up. Go keep going. My
Yeah,
bad.
because with the investments, I mean, I worry about the thing about me. I worry about changing my annual instead of the money I'm making right now. So if I could put an investment up, say like 5 bands, but to your annual is gonna add probably 150 or 200, 300K. And it's
Right.
like, that's life changing. And if it's only a few bands right now, you feel me?
How do you feel about quick shit? If you put up that 5 ball and you gotta wait 2 years, 3
I'm
years.
waiting whatever. Because this knowledge, I can make the money appear. You become a printer at that point. Because you know the system. That's what it is for trading also too. Like trading, I like, reason why I'm a trader besides printing money is the type of person you become. Like you have to be like, you could go through chaos with a straight face, because when you're losing mad bread and them pockets is hurt and like it feels like a heartbreak, like 10 times worse. No bullshit.
I don't know. Heartbreaks be hurting.
It sounds scary, but like it is pros and cons that comes with it type of thing. If you're able to handle those things, then you're able to like stay level-minded through chaos, and that's how you make good decisions. Because you could have made one bad decision, but your next decision could be the one that takes you all the way to the moon.
Type shit.
So it's like you only fucked up for that moment. Recalculate.
Type
All right,
shit,
say
type
that.
shit.
Boom.
Now that's deep. That's deep. And before we transition, so for the mentorship though, like, you know, I know, I mean, me personally, when I go to these events, I pay mad bread sometimes to learn shit. I tell people, like, if I'm tell you what I'm gonna tell you, I'm actually gonna have to charge you.
Yup,
But you know,
literally.
what are like, you know, me personally, from my perspective looking, I remember when I was getting the haircuts and you're like, yo, I'm about to go to this thing, this
Yup,
expo,
yup.
this shit's about to be different. I was like, yo, that's just powerful. And you know, I'm a very energetic person. I felt
Facts.
your energy when you came back. Like, I could tell you were more on point. I could tell you were more on lock. You were just, you know, just taking more initiative, and a lot of it just, you know, the proof's in the pudding. You've done remarkable things. But if you had to give us like maybe like a little nugget or like a
Sensational.
powerful mentor or something that you took away from the mentorship that was like, shit, like this was just a gem. Like this shit took me to the next level. Maybe it was something they taught you or a phrase, a technique, or maybe it's just a person that you want to talk about. That's like, all right, this guy was like, you know.
My boy Trader Barber, actually, he's a fucking beast. And he used to charge, she was cheaper than me and had less followers. And we went to that event, and he was already on some consistent shit. And his ways of like editing videos is like someone like mine, were low key similar. But he obviously got his own signature style and shit. I feel like what I got from all this was honestly showing up another day. Honestly, it's the most cliche bullshit ever, but you just gotta show up another day, because show up another day and just keep doing it, because the reason when you take your head out the water, that's when you start slowing down the momentum, because the more you keep yourself in the water in that fire of going, your momentum multiplies instead of adding type of shit. So you get boosted up from, instead of, I would say 10 to 100, you're going to 1,000 to 100,000 to 1 million to 50 mil to, feel me? And that's when you don't pick your head up and you just keep going and just keep going. I notice that every time when I'm posting on social media.
That's deep.
I'll like have doubts, but the momentum will keep going. Like the momentum keep going, but I'll stop or whatever, and it'll still keep going. And it was like, if I just kept posting and posting, it would have kept going even further type of thing. But yeah, I would say it's just showing up another time, showing up every time, and posting. Game plan, show up, do it again.
We're gonna dive deeper into that, because one of my favorite quotes ever is, in order to be extraordinary, you just got to do the ordinary thing an extra amount of time, right?
Yes.
And a lot of people don't see the work we put underneath the water. They just see the tip of the iceberg. And, you know, I think, you know, what really has to be praised is like, you know, I think, bro, like what you've been able to do with social media, especially like, I really don't know anybody else from Providence getting 1 million views on any single piece of content.
Yeah.
You know, there's people that are content creators. There's people that dedicate their life to just making, you know, doing a lot of things. Me personally, like I try to make really, really good content, and I'm nowhere near what you're doing. You know, so I don't know the secret. You know, you don't even need to. You could drop the course for the secret and charge people
I'm dropping
bread.
mentorship.
But just for the podcast, give us a little, scratch the surface a little bit in
Give us
terms
a
of the
little- give us a
social
little. I got
media, right? How do you get it so bussin', right? And the question that I want you to answer is like, how much time do you invest into your social media routine, planning, recording, and editing, right? So like just kind of, or what's your mindset? Or do you just go in there, you just make a video? You know what I mean? Like,
I would say, I'm gonna give a little. You feel me? Not too much.
Nah, for sure, for sure.
just give it enough where like they want some. They're gonna come back for more,
right.
Alright.
but also enough where we're gonna leave happy. You know what I mean?
Right,
We're satisfied customers.
All right, say that. So, I would say this all starts from the foundation of watching good things. People will try to make videos, but be watching ass videos. My reference comes from million view videos and up only.
Wow.
The standard. So it's like, if I'm making a video that I'm editing and I hate watching it, that means it's ass. But if I'm making a video and I like watching it and I only watch million view videos, then it gotta be at least 10% of that. You feel me? Because 10% rule, you feel me? You'll get better and better as you're posting and posting. You'll start knowing how to like mimic and improve and like elevate it, whatever. And your videos will start coming out more better.
So quick question, I'm gonna jump in real quick. I made a video like, I don't know, a few months back about focusing and being more intentional with how you're viewing social media. Because I think it's really easy to get, lost and trapped, doom scrolling, comparing yourself to other people. Especially, it's really good to draw inspiration, creativity, and watching the videos to the standard of what you want your videos to be. It's good, but they can also get lost in comparing. Oh, they got consistent 1 million, view videos. What am I doing wrong? Am I shitty? Am I not doing enough? So how do you kind of navigate that and A, not getting lost and just scrolling, and B, just having the discipline to like know when to cut out?
No bullshit. I resetted my algorithm like 9 times already. No bullshit. Once I start seeing bullshit on my explore page, either basketball, I don't follow no sports either. No bullshit.
That's deep.
Basketball, memes for I don't open no memes for my boys because no bullshit. They be flooding the DMs with memes. Yo, I had to
fuck
chill
you,
out.
George. Yo.
Tweak and it be dumb funny. So and I know if I do that, I'm gonna go through a loop.
Yeah.
If I just scroll through all shit, it'll go through a loop. But I reset my algorithm. I actually have like 2 different Instagrams just for like watching content only. One would be like straight barber content, and one would be like content over worldwide that
you just
all
like.
good. You feel me? And those will be, I'll just save folders with all that. And I forgot what the fuck you just asked before.
It was like, how do you handle that?
I was like,
How do you
you
handle,
kind of
like,
answered it. It was more so like, how do you not compare yourself? How do you have the discipline to not just get caught up? But you kind of just answered it.
Yep. I would battle it by just like resetting my algorithm. It really block off the bullshit.
Right.
So
And
you're only looking at content that's gonna inspire
It's
you.
just content that's gonna inspire him
Good
and help
content,
him learn.
you feel me? Even if it's not barber content, it's just good content. It gotta have good numbers.
Have you ever found yourself like comparing yourself to them videos?
I used to, before I got to where I'm at, the reason why I got to where I'm at is because I kept holding on to me comparing myself.
Oh, so you was
I was comparing myself.
you was scared. You were being scary, or you're saying it drove you to post them videos.
Yes, I guess no. It is being scary.
Like you weren't
Because
posting
when I'm comparing myself, I'm afraid or whatever to make the wrong move. Or
Right.
whatever,
So you
or
wouldn't
saying,
post it.
like,
You wouldn't do this. You wouldn't
I
do that.
wouldn't. Yes. Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Got you. Love that. I just needed to. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I talked about it in my video, and I'm not on the level. You know what I'm saying? I ain't touching a milli. Yeah, we gonna get there one day. Episode round 2 when David comes on the pod, we're all gonna have $1 million. $1 million views.
Make it happen.
No bullshit. I'm gonna have fire shit. But yeah, just I appreciate that for the answer.
Nah, that's fire. That's powerful.
I'm gonna keep
bro.
that for myself. I'm not gonna
Nah,
put
real
that.
shit,
I'm not
real
gonna
shit.
put that in the podcast. That's gonna be part of the course.
You could do both.
That's module 3.
I'll do
Module
another
3.
one after this.
Go ahead, AD.
Nah, that's powerful. That's powerful. And I think like even what you guys just talked about, like for me, because I follow a lot of people on my Instagram and I try to reset my algorithm. I think it's like a mindset. Like when you're watching stuff and you're just focused on learning, you don't really get jealous, right? But then it's like, because as long as they're giving us sauce and it's something worthy, because there's certain stuff, like there's people, like there's actual posts where people are flexing.
Yes.
And those shits hurt. Like, you know, I can't lie. Like, you just, some guy just straight flexed on my shit. Like, there's not even a motivational quote under it.
They're just bullying
Homeboy
you.
just
They're
said,
just bullying
he said, I got the Goyard. You still eating Chef Boyard. Like, damn, you got me. I'm done. They smoked my shit. I'm like, damn,
No
they
bullshit.
killed me.
They show you every meal they had that day, bro. They spent a band off foods. They had a peanut butter and jelly for
Can
breakfast.
I get
What's
some
going
sauce?
on?
But
I feel you.
but yeah, nah. So I think it is powerful, you know, just like that like what you said really hit home for me because you know you're consistently watching the hidden videos, what they're doing, and whenever you're gonna make a good piece of content, you know, that's kind of what you try to emulate. You know, I send Joey sometimes like good reels that I like that I think are cool, right? You know, we've been implementing that too. So you know, I mean. For you, right, would you say is more being consistent, having a good system, or like do you think you got lucky?
System every time. That's what makes the billionaires. I'm not a billionaire, but if I was to study and say that, I feel like that's definitely what it is. Daily systems, if you care about it, to change your life now. Weekly systems, if it doesn't fit in your daily, you don't really care about it. If it doesn't fit in your weekly, you don't care about it at all.
Right.
You read Atomic Habits?
My sister did. She put me on. She be giving me the gems.
The gems from that book.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
good.
how I be too. Joey be reading some books I haven't read. He just gives me the
He be
gems.
reading some books.
I already know.
That's
I
why
we
boys.
probably mentioned that book within our topics, man.
Yeah, he got a famous quote. Is from that. It's a great book, but it's the what is it? You don't rise to the.
Oh,
you don't,
yeah, I was
you don't
just about
rise.
to say-
You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems.
Your systems, your
James
habits,
Clear,
your
yeah.
standards.
That's why I don't get mad about shit I go through.
Right.
Nah, yeah, because at the end of the day, it's all on you. Same
Yes,
shit.
My
I
system
take the
didn't
blame.
calculate. Feel me to get to that.
This is the last question, right? And because we honestly we want to dive deeper into the social media because even I want to know.
No,
but
we gotta
you got to
go,
really
bro,
pay to
part
play.
two, bro. We
if everybody
51
wants to
minutes.
know though, like, all right, if you had to pick one piece of your social, like when you're making like those $1 million view videos or you know just the best piece of content, I know everything is super important, but what do you think is most important? Like, you know, the editing of the video. The actual, like, you know, the pre-production, like you deciding
I
how
know
it's gonna
exactly what it
be,
is.
or you know,
Bro,
the film.
I would say, what was that? All right, so peep. The best part
I'm peeping.
about making a 1 million view video, or like the most important part, is the feeling you get from watching the video.
Creating that
If you could deliver the idea and you feel that feeling the whole entire time, and you like locked in, even if the video is shittily edited, or like whatever the fuck, it could be bad audio, bad sound, but like if the idea came through and you felt whatever that was supposed to like deliver, then that's gonna hit. It's gonna hit for a fact.
Cut it off. You're
Right.
tweaking. You giving too much sauce. Cut it off.
yeah,
That was honestly like
I'm gonna close the tap right now.
you
chill.
gotta close after that.
You
one.
gotta pay. You gotta pay us for the next gym
Nah,
stop.
facts.
I'm his
That one
manager.
got to.
After today, I'm your manager.
I like how you really. I like how you really say like you know you watch it and you see how it makes you feel.
Yes.
And just you knowing how it makes you feel.
I'm a fan.
Is you knowing that it's gonna be a hitter.
Yes.
Because you study the game so much, you know what
Yes.
greatness looks like, and a lot of people don't have that trust in themselves. They're
Yes.
so focused on what other people are gonna think, and they don't trust themselves real quick to be like, yo, how does this make me feel? Because I know I only watch valid shit, and that shit hit home for me, bro. And the proof's in the pudding. Like when you think it's valid, it hits.
It's not even just trust, but he's passionate.
Facts.
I can tell you, bro. I think this was like 2 or 3 cuts ago. I came in, I was chopping it up with you, and I forget how the conversation started. But like every time we come in or I come in, we talk about content. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what you up to?
Have to.
What you up to? Oh man, I got this shit cooking. I'm cooking up, bro.
Passion, real
I'm cooking.
passion.
Like, bro, I'm passionate about making content. He's passionate about it, and I'm the same way. My videos aren't touching the views that his do yet, but like I can look back at every one of my videos and be like, yeah, I fuck with that shit. That was smooth. And it makes me feel something. I'm proud of it. But to the point, you might have asked me like, who do I watch or what like where my inspiration is, or some shit. I might have just showed you a video on my.
I follow them niggas too. No
Yeah, but you
bullshit.
was like, yo, his video's mad smooth. I was like, yeah, bro, he got mad fire shit. I be following mad creators, like same thing you just talked about. I follow a lot of creators that I just fuck with. Most of them in the videography, filmmaking, space. You were like, I don't give a fuck, send them my way. I want to watch fire shit. I'm like,
fire.
bet, bro. And I just sent you like 4 or 5, and none of them had anything to do with barbering
At all.
Most of them were just like videography, filmmaking, content creation. You were like, I don't care. I want to see fire shit. I was like, I bet, bro. And so just to,
Bro, literally.
he's about it. Walks the walk.
I forgot what I was about to say. But honestly, just about both of y'all. If I was actually, because I was going to be what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
And when I got out of high school and started being like a barber, I wanted to do this. Barbering just came out of nowhere.
Yep.
But if I was to do it, I would literally, the way you make your videos is the way I like videos to be made. Like, you got that filet type shit. You got your personality.
You got
and I
that
already-
fillet. You would think you.
Yeah, that's
You're
what I'm
Dominican
saying.
making those videos.
I just be having fun, bro. I just be having fun with it.
No bullshit. I'll do your job, and I'll definitely be doing solar. No bullshit. I'll
Solar
be
got
doing
the
both
bread.
of them. No bullshit.
Chill,
So I
chill.
feel like
It's never too late. Never.
that's
Don't
what
tell
I'm
him
saying.
that. We're like,
Nah, we
don't
got
tell
plays
him
set
that.
up.
Something
Nah,
special.
Don't tell him
we
that.
got
25,
we
something
got
special
plays set
coming.
up. Feel me? We got some shit.
We got the place
Been
set
had
up.
the place.
But fucking nah, I do fuck with that. What was you talking about before that? You mentioned
Nah, that was it for real.
Nah, yeah, that was it. But this is what I want to do right here, right now. I want to get a little, I want us to get a little more comfortable. I want us to let loose. I want to open up the floor for you, right? So it's like, you're the best barber in the state, so we had to talk a little bit about barbering. But that doesn't even scratch the surface of who he really is. So like, aside from barbering, like, where are you investing your focus and energy right now? Like, anything, kind of like, I know a couple of your personal goals, your health, your mindset, any like other
Endeavors.
side endeavors you got going on, like you're just pouring more focus and energy on.
I've gotten this all based off I believe in myself. So when I say all these things, it's because I believe in myself to a certain degree,
To the highest degree.
the highest degree.
Amen.
So I built up barbering to a certain level, to a point where like it's easy to make this happen, this vehicle move.
My fucking good. 4K doing
Nah, that was fire though. That was fire though. I'm not gonna lie.
fire. Send me that shit.
I built up barbering to a certain degree. I just like I like
No, I'm biting you.
I want to live. Now you have to do that.
I'm
You
biting
got
him. I'm
I gotta-
taking a video. Keep
You
talking.
got to. All right,
I'm
say
taking a
that.
video. No
So what's it called? I like to
You said fishing, right?
huh?
You said fishing, right?
He didn't say fish.
Nah, fuck. I am doing. I've been fiending on fishing lately. Fiending, OD fiending, catching shit. I didn't have to caught shit. 5 days in. I'm just
5
with
days
niggas that
in.
can't fish. But
sucks at
besides
fishing.
all that, fucking, I like to live my life a certain way. So if I have to like be there, or like if I gotta do a lot of things, I want to make money just by making decisions. And that's why I trade and do the other things that you feel me. I'm getting interested in. But fuck, what was the question again?
So like, you kind of gave us with the trade in, just dive a little deeper, because like, tell me a little bit more about. I mean, you talked about the trade and like outside of barbering, because we talked right now a lot about barbering.
You said
where you pouring more like your focus, your energy. I know. Are you still you're still like fighting and stuff? You're still like doing the mixed martial arts?
It was because I had a kid, bro. To be honest,
Right.
So I've been focusing on.
Oh shit, you had a
honest-
kid?
Hold on, I haven't got there yet.
Not my fault. Yeah.
Nah, I started focusing on like just how to manage my life as being a successful person and having a maintained family.
Powerful.
And yeah, I've been trying to balance that both of those lives type of thing, because I obviously want my son to see success in his future and see it as he grows up and have the blueprint ready for him, so I don't have to give him money, because I'm not giving him no money at all.
I'm jumping in and taking this question because I fuck with it. I want to talk about that real quick, and you speak on it as much or as little as you like. But obviously, I've known you for a minute now. You've had your son, what, 6 months?
Yeah.
So I've known you for 4 years. Past 6 months, you've been a dad. One of my homeboys, my boy Ant. We all know Ant.
That's my nigga.
I've known Ant for pushing 7 or 8 years now. His son just turned 2 back in March. So like,
He's the one though for the information of this.
no,
dad
he's
shit.
the one.
Like,
But my point in bringing him up and you up and a couple of my other guys is that like I have a couple of close friends where I've seen y'all as a not dad, as
Facts,
a, you know
facts,
what I'm saying,
facts. The
as
transfer.
as a regular, and then I've also seen like the shift in your maturity, your mindset, the way you carry yourself, the things that you do, the places that you insert your energy and your focus to after having a kid. Like Ant locked in. He was always locked in, bro. That's always my dog. Always very serious about his bread, about his business, about his time. Once he had a kid, bro, to the next level. and you even talking about fishing, bro. Like the last time I got a fucking cut, you were telling me about fishing. I'm like, oh, like what you want? Some like just chill shit? Like, cause a lot of people fish for like it's calm. It's like some cool shit. You said, nah, fuck that shit. You said I don't even like that shit. But at the end of the day, bro, for my family, the only thing I can do is pay the bills and maybe whoop somebody's ass, bro. If it came down to it, I can't feed my family. So I want to be able to fish. I want to be able to hunt. I want to put food on the fucking table. And that's the only reason I'm going fishing. That's some different shit.
I gotta be able to live in every like type of society.
And you're not doing that if you don't have a kid, bro. Like I'm not even thinking about that because like, bro, what? Like I can't be like if I had a kid, I would think like that because I don't have a kid. Right. I feel like that just puts a different battery in your back, bro. And like me, I'm just like I need some food. I got 5 different grocery stores within a mile. You know what I mean?
Like, you over here like apocalypse was happening. I'm just clip for niggas. I'm starving.
Fish. I got salmon. What's the
I
word?
Grab that nigga. Beat his ass,
bro. And so just that and just I don't know, just I mean, the way you talk about your son is mad funny. Like that should be having me cry. So, but yeah, just speak on that. You know, how do you think fatherhood has affected you and your perspective, your maturity, the way you focus, your day to day?
Honestly, when I started like letting people know that, well, my family know that I had a kid, I started locking in a different type of way. Like that's when my content went from 3,000 views to 100K, 500K, feel me, to a mil. Then that's when it started. Like that's when literally that time frame, right before I even had my kid.
Like when you found out. Yeah,
no, like before when
you found out like you was gonna.
When
my
girl was pregnant.
Yeah.
When my girl was pregnant.
That run was crazy.
Yeah, that
was
I was
crazy
on my
content.
I was on a content run. I was like, yo, I gotta make this shit happen now, cause
shit was Wembayama shit.
Cause like I have to, you know what it is? I was too packed up with clients.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have time for my family, so I had to raise my price just so I could have free time for my family. I
think that's what, because I'm thinking about it. This must have been January of last year, 2024. Is when you first started, like around beginning of last year, around that time.
Yep.
January, February, March.
Beginning of last year. Yep.
And then you raised your prices in like March, and then you raised them again in like August, and like twice. You raised them twice in 1 year. I'm tripping or no?
I raised them. No. It got announced last year. Well, yeah,
I feel
beginning of last year.
You raised them twice in 6 months. I know that for a fact.
It was.
I'm pretty sure you raised them twice in 6 months.
I raised it in November.
And then what? Again?
I raised it in November, then I raised it in August.
Okay, so like 7 or 8 months.
Yes, yeah.
So I remember that shit, and you went from like 45 to 50, or like 55, 65 to 70 to 75.
From 55 to. I raised it. First of all, before that, it was probably 3 months before that.
You was on a run.
I went from 45.
A generational run of raising your prices. No bullshit.
Yeah, 2 years and a half, probably raised my price 3 times.
Fire.
Or 2 years, I probably raised my price 3 times. But it was like 3-4 times probably. It was like I went from 45 to 55, 60, and then from 55, 60, I went to 75, 80, 85.
So last question, then hey, you can take us home. Your long-term goals. How has having a son or a child affected kind of what you see for yourself?
It was part of the plan. Never been affected. The way I live my life was already waiting for 15 kids behind me, ready for a leader to take charge.
The army, the tribe.
The tribe. Like, the
Yo,
tribe.
he's a fucking legend.
It's been established. That's going to happen.
Amen.
You feel me? So, inshallah, God makes that happen.
Let's go. Now, I'm going to ask you 2 last questions. Actually, I got 1 question. This one's going to be a little deep. I want you to really think about it or just shoot, right? So, if money and barbering didn't exist, what would you be doing?
That's why I look at y'all niggas. I'm like, yo, no bullshit. If I wasn't a barber, I'll probably be selling solar.
But there's no money. That's
no money.
So no money,
barbering.
no barbering. What would you be doing?
Don't got to worry about nothing.
I don't need money to live. I just need a crib and food.
So what you gonna rob? Steal people's cribs and food?
Wait, like me as a broke person or just me like?
Nah,
like what would you be doing with your life?
If money wasn't an item, like everybody kind of lived at the same currency.
Right. What do you think would you be
It's
more passionate?
It's a tough hypothetical, but
For
like,
sure.
what do you see
But it
yourself
gets you
like?
thinking.
Hold on, I got you.
Like I might be a chef or like a painter or some shit. I feel like I would love that shit. I might just swim every day.
Before this,
Yeah.
I was drawing all the time before.
Yeah.
Before I was a barber, that's what made me believe in myself as a barber because I knew I drew back in the day. I used to draw a lot. Me and my boy Josh used to that us drive fly shit. Make niggas rate us our pics on our pictures and shit, and then We'll see who be souped up, whoever wins. Do that shit the next day, drop some crazy fly shit. But probably that, but I feel like that's too regular. I'll just be doing shit. I'll have different phases of life. Doing shit. I'll do some shit part of my life, figure some shit out that amuses me for the moment.
Right.
I'll do that shit OD. Then figure out some other shit. Cause now I just feel like I'm a caveman. Like, cause that's what they was doing. They was just living life, doing some shit for a period of time,
And just
found some other shit to do.
fire.
That's how I'm doing with my life overall. Cause I'm not being a barber I'm only gonna be a barber for a little bit. I'm not gonna be a barber forever. So
It's a vehicle.
unless you're paying top dollar, you feel me?
Oh, well, I'm gonna pay top dollar.
Yeah, that means I don't even need a lot of haircuts. Cause like I'm trying to do less haircuts and more bread. Facts.
Yeah,
I don't want to be next to the chair.
Yeah.
No, I want you to be happy every time you
I
cut
fuck
my
with my
hair.
clients.
Yeah, I fuck with my barber. You know what I'm saying? It's a mutual relationship. You know what I mean?
I
Be
fuck
ready
with you.
for
I
that
fuck
price
with you
raise.
niggas.
1,000 coming soon.
Diablo.
Ya tu sabes.
I'm not
That shit
there.
gonna have
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
gold
put my
Niggas be
hustle.
thinking
shit.
I'm really Cape Verdean too. I'm really
Man, me too.
Spanish. You're really mixed. And you
I
don't
never
even
got
know
that in my life.
yeah.
I
People
got
be thinking I'm
I got
Egyptian.
Puerto Rican like twice during COVID when I had a mask on.
I swear people be thinking I'm Egyptian.
I see it.
Egyptian?
Yeah.
You a Salvadorian, the Dominican mix.
Nah. Cut that out the shit. Cut that shit out the shit. Out of all of them.
Now, where'd you get this though? What the fuck is that?
That's
That
TJ
one?
Maxx, bro. You fuck with it?
BJ Backs.
BJ
You fucking with it? You fucking with it or not?
Nah, I'm fucking with
Fucking
it.
with it?
I'm
Love
gonna roll
decorum.
up. No bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? All right, we had an hour and 5 minutes.
All right, let's go.
Cool shit. I guess. I want to ask this question. I should have touched on it when I was talking about your fatherhood real quick, but
Keep going.
I already know what you're gonna say. But
Nope.
how do you?
Keep going.
How do you balance your work, your identity?
identity?
Don't do that shit.
Nah, my fault. My fault.
You niggas mad? Siamese
Don't
twins
you ever
ass
do that shit
nigga.
ever again. You hear me? 'Cause
Same ass niggas that
bro. The
shit.
first episode you go back, you watch the first episode we ever dropped. Motherfucker, we clapped at the same time to start it off. And then somebody commented and said that clap was mad gay. And
Nah, no,
I think it was you. I think it was you. I think you commented that shit. Yo, I swear to God, bro. Don't ever do that shit again, bro. I swear to God. Yo.
Nah,
That
that's a
dude
blooper.
be
Yeah,
looking
throw the
mad
blooper
gay
in
on
there.
the
What's up
camera.
with
Yeah,
that?
that's how
Like
you
it
bro.
probably look normal in real life.
up
Like it
with
looks
that?
normal.
What's up with what?
With the clap. Oh, no, because we had the wide angle too, so it showed both of us.
Show both
clapping.
of us at the same time. We only had one camera back then. Now we got three. What's going on? How you doing?
That's what I'm saying.
But how do you balance your work, your identity, and your purpose while being a new father, while also raising a family and building your family?
In the beginning, I tried to give all my time to my kid first and my family, just because like that's what it needed, that specific 80% instead of the 20. And then I started to ease out and started to see how life flows with how I'm able to like take care of them. And now it's been getting more even. I'm able to like go back and forth. That also depends on like the person you deal with. If you're dealing with a shitty person or an annoying person, that can make life way harder. You gotta
mean
go
like
through way more bullshit.
partner?
Yeah, as a partner. You feel me? And you feel me? Mine right now is very like flows with me. You feel me? I can
Solid.
make shit happen.
That's fire.
Make shit happen. And
So
that's
when
what I
you-
need.
And you say, and I'm looking
That's
at
what
it,
helps the thing.
I'm looking at it from like outside looking in, or not even outside, because I saw you. Like, I feel like people might misconstrue what you're saying. They'd be like, "Oh, you like your kid's still mad young. You got to spend mad time with your kid all your time." But like,
No.
you could speak on it. But like,
I'm speaking on it.
But I'm gonna say this too, like, bro, the whole time I've known you, you've always been mad fit. Mad disciplined, mad focused. As soon as you had your kid for like 3 months, bro, you put on some weight.
I got fat as shit.
Yeah, and I looked at I walked in to get a cut one day. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I never
My
seen
sweat's
David
looking
this-
like leggings and shit.
I've never
Pause.
I was like, I
That
never
shit
seen
look
David this big
crazy.
in my life, bro. And like that's not the biggest deal. But when you're somebody who's so focused and so hell bent on being fit, on
Right.
being like workout fiend, and then you divert to somebody who is not. That's a change in your identity,
Yep.
and
That
ultimately
did change
you
my identity.
lose yourself.
Yep.
And so I think in order for a man, I can't speak on having a family, but I can speak on being the best version of myself. And when I'm the best version of myself, I can give my all to others. If you're not showing up for yourself every day, if you're a fraction of who you are, who you know you
Yes.
can be, you can't be the best dad for your son. You can't be the
Yes.
best partner for your girl. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Facts.
so you're talking about pouring 80% into your son, and then that 20 going into you isn't enough. So you got to you're talking about finding that balance where it's like, all right, I got to make sure I'm great so they can be better. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I just had to figure out a system on how to deal with them.
System.
And how making my money is not like, because I already know a system on how to make my business grow, but I don't know how to make a system with a family. So I had to learn my family and then
Build the system.
make it mix together. So now it's more even type shit.
You know what
With the
system stands
the
for?
system, huh?
You know what system stands for?
What?
Save yourself time, energy, and money.
I put him onto that.
No, I put you onto that.
Say
him on
swear.
that.
On my
Say
mom.
Say swear.
On my mom.
Swear I
I'll call
put him
my.
on.
No,
Say
no,
swear.
no.
Merch
on
that,
my
merch
mom.
that.
That's on my mom. He's
What's up with this
He's
kid?
chatting. He's
Give this kid
chatting.
a chill pill.
Why niggas
Give this
gotta
kid
get
a
up?
chill pill.
I'll pull up the video. I'll pull up the video. My boy Chike dropped it. I watched it. I brought it to you. You said, that's fire.
Oh,
That's-
alright.
Remember
You
that
got the
or nah?
receipts. I don't know.
Look at that. That's why I hate. That's why I got the receipt. Stop.
Nah,
Better
he,
stop.
nah,
Got
he
me
did. He
here.
did. He did. He put me
Got
onto a
me
lot.
here. Yeah, bro. You can't trust nobody now. It has to be your own boys, bro. No bullshit.
Nah, no bullshit.
Oh my
Nah,
god.
but the system shit.
I thought you were about to say, I just don't sleep. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Yo, no bullshit.
That
That's the right answer.
That's
actually.
what I thought
no
you were
bullshit.
gonna say, bro. Yeah.
It's the system, but yeah, I don't sleep either. Fuck sleeping.
That's not great, but it's alright. Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah,
AD, you
bro.
wanna wrap it up?
I mean, dude, one thing, I gotta say, I definitely appreciate David being here.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
that we're literally vampires, werewolves, we're outside. You guys will never really know what time it is because we always bring the same energy. But, for the people watching this, that stayed to the end, Dave, what would you say, what should they expect next? What are some new things you got rolling out? What should they expect next from you? What should be in the near future?
Near future, I'm dropping.
Dropping a mixtape.
I am dropping music. Music is coming. It's quiet.
Shout
It's
out Nino
quiet.
behind the cam. He's been real quiet today.
Nino's in the back. This video is for us to look back in the future and be like, yo, that's crazy. Feel me? That's what this is for. But music coming.
He's really a Dembao rapper.
Mentorship, one-on-one classes,
Fire.
Barber retirement.
Period. Leave it at that.
I gotta say that quietly for niggas because they be getting sad if I say I'm
That's
retiring.
it. That's it.
Whoa. That went over my head. Went over my head like a hoodie. That shit went over my head like a hoodie. Yeah, we're not gonna call it retirement. We're gonna call it remission.
Uh-oh.
That shit's still gonna be there.
Remission.
It's
It's
never
gonna
gonna
be
go-
a side quest barbering, basically.
That's cool as long as I'm part of that quest. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Bro.
Locked in.
You're locked. You're locked.
Told
you're
you, bro.
locked.
That shit
Unless,
fucked my
unless,
head
unless you
up.
clone yourself. Unless you make a robot. You know what I mean? But I also want to thank you. You know what I'm saying? This is our first episode back since Thanksgiving.
I'm souped as with me.
It's not
I was waiting
Thanksgiving.
for this shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I was mad souped up before we recorded the shit. I'm low key. We could have sat up here for 3 hours. I feel like
We could keep going.
we could keep going, but like we're just gonna bring you back. That's how it's gonna be.
Yep.
We're just gonna bring you back. You know what I'm
Plus,
saying?
this
But
turban's giving me a headache. I tied this bitch too
Ah,
tight.
look, it's moved though.
Nah, it is
But nah,
fire.
bro, I'm feeling mad souped. It's mad. I don't know if I've ever had this much energy this late when we recorded, bro.
Never.
Like the whole point of the podcast, and we've been talked about this, and part of the reason why we stopped for a minute is because
Energy?
we want. Not even, yeah, but like, bro,
bad.
no, you're right. I'm willing to put a lot of energy into something that's like I'm fully behind. And our whole purpose with the podcast initially was to bring people on. People that we fuck with, people
Right.
that have something to say, people that got shit going for them, just people that can provide game.
Factual.
That like, cause we can provide game one-on-one, but like at the end of the day, after 5, 6, 7 episodes,
Right.
it's cool.
It's the same shit.
It's not, we can talk about different shit,
In
but
a
it's
way.
like bringing somebody else on, it's always gonna be a different perspective, a
Right.
different conversation. And even if we're talking about the same shit, it's gonna be presented in a different light.
That's why I'm be freestyling with my boy Nino. It's the same energy, but like when someone else freestyles us, we catch a different flow.
Get
and
different
it
flow.
unlocks a whole
Bro,
different
you
side.
can
of
rap
him.
on the,
jumping in
you can
there.
rap on the same beat.
on,
You and
that's
Nino
what
can
I'm
rap on the
saying.
same beat tonight. Tomorrow, all 4 of us rap on the same beat. Different
It's a-
bars.
a whole different shit.
bars.
A
And so
whole
like the
different
whole point of the
fillet,
pod,
flow,
bro,
everything.
you know the vibes,
That's
was
what
to
I'm
bring
saying.
people on, and like it just wasn't to the way we wanted, last year, but we built a system. We're building a system. I'm not gonna say it's perfected, but
So peep game. A question for y'all.
hell yeah, answer for you.
What is something you look for before bringing someone in here? Both of y'all.
At the moment, so I got 2 answers.
Yup.
At the moment, for the short term vision, it's got to be somebody that at least one of us has a connection with.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? It's got to be somebody that we already have rapport with, somebody that we've known, trust, or whatever we do business with. That's one. Number 2, for the short term, you have to have some sort of following. because
Factory.
we're trying to build a platform.
It's a business.
And it's a
Well,
business and
social media shit.
And our whole point with bringing people on, and like that's why I say short term, is in the long term to shine a light on people who don't have a following. So in order for us to do that, we have to have a platform. We have to have a good amount of viewers, and in order to get there, you know, a faster route is to bring people on that already have viewers, get their eyes on us, so that we build our you know online presence, and we can shine light on people who don't have the
I'm here
following.
for that. I'm using all my followers for you.
That's
bro.
love,
I'm-
bro. That's
I would
fucking-
only do that because like peep game. I had this conversation with my boy Nino. I'm not sharing your shit if your shit's ass. You
Right,
gotta
man.
show me some shit that's valid, and I'ma share the fuck out that shit.
And that's how it got to be.
That's
We're
what
not
I'm saying.
asking for handouts. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
You
Your
know
shit-
what it is, but like, yo, we both fuck with you. You're somebody that, bro. I've been respected what you did before we started the podcast. You've been cutting my hair since before I even picked up a fucking camera.
Facts.
Let's keep it a beam, bro. We just finished breadwinners when I started getting a haircut by you. So it's like, just people like that, bro. People that got something to say. They don't have to have a business. They just gotta have something to talk about.
Yeah, no
And just
bullshit.
for the time being, you should have some type of following, some type of motion, some type of not motivation, momentum. So then that can build us up some traction, and we can kind of give it back, you know, tenfold. But I don't know.
think Joey hit it right there, nail on the coffin. I think the only last thing I would say is just we just got to make sure people we believe in.
Amen.
Right? You're somebody we believe in. You can have a following. I could know you, but if I don't believe in what you're doing, we're not gonna get you up
Facts.
here.
Yes, go
I
ahead.
like
I mean, 'cause
that
at the end of the
one.
day,
I was
you
fighting
know,
my
it's something
fucking dog right
that,
here.
That's
Like,
my boy too.
He always got to squeeze it in at the end, bro.
Yeah, he says the right shit.
Bro, he finds his lane and he runs like a running back, bro.
Articulate nigga.
He's like
Yeah,
a
I
running
used to
back.
be a running back, wing back. They don't know about that position. Wing back right there in the
Fucking
corner.
skinny back. Yeah.
Like, that was just in you.
Chill out.
Just so you guys know, I'm frying David and Joey one-on-one in ball.
I don't even believe in that.
That's crazy, bro. You
Alright,
shouldn't
see,
believe
everybody
it.
got serious when they said
That's
that.
for dude.
Everybody got serious when they said that.
That's all I gotta say, bro.
Say that we
David,
here.
I appreciate you, my boy. No
sure, my
bullshit.
brother.
No
I'll probably
bullshit.
see you. I gotta cut today, so you know I'm gonna see you real soon.
That's what I'm
but,
saying.
Shit.
bro, tap in if y'all serious about elevating, you know, your quality of life. If you're in that mode of, you know, shit, you don't like your barber, you don't like getting
Hit me
haircuts.
up.
If you need a, you know what I'm saying, you know,
A new home.
you bring it home. You take go. I'm done.
I'm wearing
Take
a
it.
different turban every time
Take
I
it.
come over here.
Uh-oh.
Take it.
I'm gonna
Eddie,
start
take
my
it.
turban collection.
You're going to bring a
shit.
different turban next time, and we're going to have a bottle of bourbon. So let's get ready. Dave, appreciate you. David, I like calling him Dave, but it's David. You know,
That's GOAT. That's
the
GOAT. Blur, that's Blur GOAT.
I thought you
know-
was about to say it. I thought you was about to say some basketball high school team shit like. How do you made you look on 3, 1, 2, 3?
Oh, shit.
we got a little outro.
Well, I mean, is there any last words you wanted to tell the people
Honestly,
real quick? You had any last words?
I feel like this is just an intro to David. David into David's world of personality.
Amen.
More shit's gonna come on me and how to express myself because I definitely do got a personality. I just haven't been putting it on the barbering. But other ways is gonna pop out.
I'm excited.
We here for that.
It's your first podcast type shit, first interview.
Yeah, first podcast.
Stop fucking playing with us, bro. Stop fucking playing with us. We're like that. Y'all ain't. Nah.
The other one, I feel like the next one should be the full regular conversation.
Oh, just chill shit.
Yeah, this is an intro to David.
Now, just
for sure.
introduction.
We're
Now they know who you are.
active.
They come back, episode, you know, whatever.
We're gonna
episode
get
they get on.
spicy this
nigga
new
right
season.
there.
You might feel me?
Hey, I'm
bring out the
gonna say
blunt.
what I gotta say, bro. This is episode 13. Appreciate all y'all for tuning in, bro. It's always love. I mean, it's been a little minute, but we getting back on the horse, getting back on the wagon. AD, finish it off, bro. I don't gotta say too much. What happened
Been
today?
here for an hour. Some of y'all loved us, some of us hated us, but at the end of the day, we made y'all listen.
Nah, run it
tune
back. Run it
Got
back.
him.
I need it again, bro.
See, so a little bit more energy?
I need more energy. I need you to.
Yeah, I forgot.
That shit sound like you fucking tired, nigga. You let them know what time it is.
Water real quick.
Bro,
You
I don't
told
give a
them they
fuck,
don't
bro.
not
Like,
supposed to
bro,
know what time it is.
You talking about some of y'all loved us, some nah, bro. What happened, bro?
Yo.
What happened? You a salesman, bro. Bring it home.
Like, let them know you remember one night.
Bring
you
it
had a
home.
fight.
So mine-
You had
so
to run a
listen.
nigga with a bike.
Listen, we just dropped some bangers. We gave you guys some sauce. We gave you guys some gems. You guys got to dive deep into the mind of Dave.
Yes.
At the end of the day, you know, if you didn't ask questions, if you was sleeping,
Yes.
if you was listening, if you was glistening,
Yes.
tap into that phone because I made you listen.
Yes.
Uh-oh. See you on the next episode.
the fuck
Episode
in.
13, baby.
Got him.
Peace.
Yeah, that was...
She said, you ain't no good, but you feel so good. She said, what if I could, but I got